What's in the back of your pantry that's forgotten but essential? It's flour. That stuff can be transformed into anything if you cook from scratch. It's time for flour power.
Life can be a struggle, but a good meal doesn't have to be. We can make creative, nutritious, and inventive dishes that won't break the bank. Welcome to Struggle Meals.
Flour's got a whole bunch of magic tricks shoved up its sleeve, and one of my favorite things to consume and make in the whole world is pasta. Today, I'm gonna show you how to make orecchiette, little ears. Let's start with the flour. I've got measures here, but every Italian grandma would tell me to use just the correct amount. We're going with like kind of a cup and a half of flour. I might use more, I might use less. They call it quanto basta. How much flour when you're making the pasta? Quanto basta is the right amount of flour. Just doing flour and water today. Come like this with my fork, make a little paste here. Onto the table. Take a little flour, I'm gonna put it on my hands just so we get non-sticking stuff happening. Go like that, and now we come in. I'm gonna fold it in half. So if it's sticking to your hands, it's too wet, and that means more flour. How much flour? Quanto basta. All right, eventually it starts getting to the point where it says, that's enough, my friend. And you must listen. Look at that, beautiful, real smooth. We're just gonna rest this for a little while. We're gonna put a towel over top. Allow that flour to absorb the rest of the water in there that you couldn't make happen with your hands. Plus, you gotta let it relax, both the dough and you. All right, check it out. It's looking pretty good. It's got a nice little bounce to it, very, very nice. Oh, it is a little sticky, just like I said. We're gonna give it a little flour love. Flour power. A little bit there, a little bit here. Not looking to make it too thin. Am looking to make it homogeneous, however. I'm very pleased with that. And now for the Orecchiette pasta machine. Are you ready? The humble table knife. It's all we need. So we're gonna cut little strips here, like that, like this. And this guy's just gonna hang out here. I'm gonna keep it covered, and we're gonna keep coming back to it. So, something like that. It's delicate. I'm just rolling it. I'm just trying to get, you know, a thinness here. Take the knife, we cut an end, and then we push like this. About 80% of the way, we stop so that it's still on there. Our thumb and finger come like this, we fold it over our thumb, and that is an orecchiette, which means orecchio is an ear in Italian. Orecchiette is a little ear. It kind of looks like a little ear. If you ask me, it also looks like an eyeball from the great Roman Empire statues, you know what I mean? So we fold it out. We go like this here, but now you can just kind of crank through them, you know? You go boom, ding. Sometimes they're not so pretty. Really, the most important thing is that they're all just roughly about the same size. That way they cook the same. There it is. It's like a yoga session without the mat. It's good for the mind, I'm telling you, pasta making. What are we going to dress these beautiful ears with? I say we go after the Pugliese classic of orecchiette with a bitter green, broccoli rabe, some garlic and oil, and another secret ingredient, anchovies. And if you're using anchovies correctly, you shouldn't taste them. It should just taste like super salt. Think 1 fillet per person. That means if you're making a pound of pasta, 4 fillets. Added benefit of getting the fillets in olive oil is you get some free olive oil right here. So, nice low heat, let's get the garlic going. Little hand roll, look at that, peels come right off. Let's chop it up. Check out our anchovies. Let's throw our garlic in there with them. And they should dissolve at the touch of a fork. Look at this. This is a magic trick, they disappear. This is a great time to add any spice to the dish. I'm gonna do half a packet of crushed red pepper now so that the oils can make the aroma very, very funky-dunky, and I'll put the rest at the end. Now, broccoli rabe. We do want stalks, but we don't want these ends, so let's just cut them off so we get fresh pieces. It's a semi-cruciferous vegetable. My grandma always peeled the stems a little. She would bring broccoli rabe to our house just prepped. So I just go 1, 2, 3, no big deal. You can go one side, the other side. And this just gets stringiness away. It also makes these stems cook about as fast as the heads. Just a little bit, makes a big difference. So those are good. We want these to be roughly the same size as the pasta. So start chopping. You know, go for like centimeter pieces here. Here we go. You wanna make sure there's enough liquid in this pan. You can even give it a little more water, love, just to help it steam out. You don't really need a lid, as long as you just flip it all over once. And because there's anchovy in there, the amount of salt that we need is minimal. Here come our orecchiette, and they'll come to the top when they're ready. So I'm gonna take a little stalk here, taste for salt. Ah, delicious. I'm going to just check on one of these guys first. Let's bring it out. Look at that little guy. I want you to see how springy it is. It's got a nice little oomph to it. Perfect. Turning off the pasta water. Here we go. At this point, there's a fair bit of water in here. That's totally okay, because the pasta will continue to absorb this water. Because we've got the packet drawer, the butter's free, I say we go with the butter, just at the very end. It'll suck that last bit of moisture, it'll give you that nice fatty sheen. It's gonna be superbo. Come in with packet 1, number 2 butter, the rest of our pepper packet from before, mix it around. Here comes the orecchiette, the little ears, with some broccoli rabe. See how a forkful gets both pasta and broccoli rabe in relatively the same shape size? I'm tasting spice, I'm tasting fat, I'm tasting salt, 3 of like my favorite things. We made the pasta out of flour, an unassuming ingredient that turned into magic and gave us textural awesomeness that can't be bought in a store. For $1.05, you will not get more flavor punch and more textural chewiness in any plate of pasta on the planet.